Hello, everybody. So today I want to talk about SMCI stock. What a crazy, volatile market. The market is not having any type of any type of disappointment whatsoever. The market is just gonna punish these stocks. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's because it's August and everybody's gone and so there's nobody to buy the dip, but I'm here, and I think SMCI is being unfairly punished. Unfairly punished. Before I go over SMCI, let me tell you the two reasons I think are an explanation for that drop. And aside from the fact that everybody's gone in August or something like that. Reason number one, on the last call, they had randomly, briefly mentioned, not official guidance, but they had said, oh yeah, we could do 40 billion in sales in 26. And today they just released the outlook for 2026, and they say at least 33 billion in sales. I think that's the chief reason as to why the stock is selling off. The market must have taken that random commentary on the last call, must have taken it as guidance, and it was not guidance, and now they issue what quite frankly is very good guidance. This is nearly 50% growth in revenue. They issue that amazing guidance, but the market is hating it. Another reason why the market may be selling it off is because the gross margin is apparently down something like 10 basis points year over year. So I guess it costs a little more to manufacture the stuff. Like, give me a break. This is not, in my view, this is not worth a minus 22% drop. This is not worth a minus 22% drop when you have... frankly, it's the leading pure play company, right? It's them, Dell, and there's a few other players. But as far as pure play companies in the liquid cooling space, SuperMicro is the pure play. I've covered SuperMicro many times on the channel. This company got started as an environmental, green lover company. If you go on the company, you look at the CEO has these videos of him in a forest. It got started as like a green computing company. Of course, why do you call it green computing? Because liquid cooled saves a lot of energy, and it's also more efficacious. And they happen to be at the right from mission. So their mission was, save energy, liquid cooling is best. To now look for the mission move to look. They got lucky. Right, they were right at the heart of liquid cooling, and then AI and the new version of AI, especially the Blackwells, but most of the new chips in AI need liquid cooling. So their mission from before they were big now turned into luck because they are like at the heart of liquid cooling. Like I said, key competitor for them is Dell, but is it really a competitor or is it more of a co-competitor? Some of these projects are so big, both of them work hand in hand together. Both buyers of these systems wanna kind of have two suppliers. You need two suppliers in case one supplier is out of a port or something. You have the other supplier. Most buyers really want to have both suppliers in order to compete, to have the prices compete with each other. So anyways, do you compete with Dell or do you co-compete with Dell? I always put this caveat in there. The company, of course, may not be the best communicator. A lot of people criticize the CEO's English. If accents were a reason for me to stay away from an investment, well, I guess there's a lot of foreign CEOs, so whatever. It's not a problem for me. To me, the stock is dropping because the market is saying, 33 billion, and they were expecting 40 billion based on a random comment on the prior call. That's why it's dropping. It doesn't change much on the fundamentals. What are the fundamentals? The fundamental is simple. It's a simple, stupid thesis. SMCI is the liquid cooling king. They are the king of liquid cooling. They are the fastest shipper. They ship the product the fastest for the NVIDIA new product and AMD's new architectures as well. So they're the fastest to ship. They're very hopeful, very happy about their DCBBS, data center building block solution, which if you follow SMCI, it's kind of their thing. They brag about their racks. They say they have the best racks, etc. But what they will tell you is look, you have a traditional system versus the DCBBS system from SMCI. Time to operation is like 18 months. It takes them 18 months. It could be much faster. We know Elon Musk's XAI in Memphis got it done in much faster, but apparently their system is much quicker to set up. You probably understand why in AI this is so important to be quick to set up, because the race is about who's going to be the fastest setup, who's going to be the quickest at setting things up. And of course, they have the most powerful training clusters in the world, like XAI in Memphis, like CoreWeave, right? We talked about CoreWeave quite a bit with Bitcoin miners and all of that sort of stuff. That's kind of a leader here. So they have a leading position. They have a leading role. They are the pure play. Sure, Dell does it too, but Dell is not pure play. Dell, if you're interested in Dell stock, you gotta buy all the slow growing stuff. I'm not interested in the slow growing stuff. I just want to buy the high growth part. That's all I want to buy, right? And so anyways, and manufacturing, they're expanding the manufacturing. They're going to have some stuff done in Mexico, some stuff done in Silicon Valley. If you look at their headquarters, remember, their headquarters, SMCI's headquarters, is literally 12 minutes. It's a 12-minute drive from NVIDIA's headquarters. The CEO of SMCI is from Taiwan. The CEO of NVIDIA is from Taiwan. Their Taiwan hometowns is something like 35-minute drive or something like that. It's all a community. Like it's a little similar to like the Korean chaebyeols or whatever. It's a community. Like Taiwan is very big on this stuff, and of course the CEOs of AMD and NVIDIA, they're cousins actually. They're cousins, and they're both from Taiwan. This CEO is from Taiwan. Taiwan SMC, Taiwan Semi is from Taiwan. It's a Taiwanese American thing, and I don't know why I went on that tangent, because I know a lot of people don't like the CEO and they criticize the CEO and they don't like that the CEO works with brothers and sisters and all that sort of stuff. But you know what? NVIDIA is the same thing. NVIDIA has both daughter and son work at NVIDIA. It's just the way it is. The Jensen's both daughter and son. I don't know why. Done with the tangent. Finishing up with valuation. Let's talk about the valuation. So the stock dropped. Insane, 22% drop. Frankly, not warranted. I want to call your attention to a few things. Market cap right now is 26.9 billion. Note how they have 400 million more in cash than they have in debt. So that's kudos to them. Their EV is even lower than that. So you're looking at a 26-ish billion dollar company. Their revenue right now, trailing 12 months, is 23.3 billion. That's the trailing 12-month revenue. So this is a company that's trading at a 0.8 times forward sales. 0.8 times forward sales. And you're like, okay, well, it's not that special. Well, this is in the hottest sector. Like the hottest sector in the market. That's why, that's why I titled this video, "Is it the cheapest AI stock?" This is the hottest sector in the market. You would be very hard pressed finding an hardware company trading at a 0.25. I haven't updated AMD's numbers, but this is nearly 4 times cheaper than AMD. This is a very cheap company in a very, very hot field of the market, and so they still achieve Rule of 40 with 48. They do this with an outstandingly low gross margin of 11%. EBITDA margin is actually up, but I guess I'm the only one who focuses on EBITDA margin. Most people just look at earnings or something, but EBITDA margin is a much better proxy for cash flow. I much prefer it. And my forward revenue growth number here of 41%. I'm being pessimistic because I took 23,000, which is what they did trailing 12 months, with 23 billion, and then I just ratioed with the guidance of 33 billion for next year, right? And keep in mind they just ended their year. So I get 41%. They may be sandbagging. I'm sure the analysts have a higher number on this. So anyways, to me, this stock is getting back into undervalued territory. I think it's cheap. I'm not adding right now because there's a lot of cheap stocks right now. So I'm not adding. I have my exposure. I'm happy. But I think it's cheap. I think this is a blip in the road. This is nothing more. If you look at, and this is not cherry picking, this is SMCI since IPO to today, 25%. You're still a good 7% more average annual return than the NASDAQ. Still that, despite this stock being like the hottest stock in 2023. So anyways, if hype comes back to this sector, which it totally could in my view, especially with a low rate environment, if hype comes back, this is a stock that could really fly. And when you look at the revenue, this is the revenue growth over years. You can see the cyclicality of the IT sector, but you see these big green bars. That's whenever they have exponential growth. This is not the first time. They started with exponential, then flat, then exponential, then flat, then exponential, then flat. And of course, in this type of chart, you only see the last few years because then it looks like a meaningless move on revenue. But the revenue growth chart has been stellar, and I don't understand why this stock is trading at a 0.8. Yeah, sure, the gross margin is not that high, but they're gonna get better with automation, with manufacturing. This is. You bet that's what they're working on. They're working on increasing that a lot. So anyways, this was not investment advice, not financial advice. This is just entertainment. Please like, please subscribe, follow me on Patreon, follow me on X. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.